It all means nothing. It all means nothing unless I can see it in the game. So you think you're doing a good job making your hand animations, and you got them up and playing in a tool, and maybe you chop up some animated GIFs and throw them up on the Unity Reddit, and everyone +1 thumbs up. Yeah, it ain't nothing until you get them in the game. I'm talking to everybody out there that's making hand animations in Unity with C#, and in 2019 I'm talking to all you people, thousands and thousands of people. I'm talking to you. You need to get your hand animations inside of the game, or you ain't shit. You're nothing. You're nothing unless the hand animations are in the game. And I'll show you what it takes. I'll show you what it takes tonight to take hand animations that were authored in a separate tool and put them inside of a game. That's what I'm going to do. That is exactly what I'm going to do tonight. Because I have two Unity projects. I've got one which is this tool for creating the hand animations. I'm going to demo it to you. And the other thing is my actual game that the hand animations belong inside of. I've completed the tool. I completed it. It was no fucking around. I got down to the last set of features I wanted to have in it, the last set of bug fixes. I said, no more. Don't keep adding stuff. This is not your primary concern. So here's what it does.
M, you are special. I say that to all my creatures, but truly, you are extra special. I have great plans for you. By the way, how are you feeling?
Okay, so many things going on here. It loads in some audio and analyzes it. It finds automatically the best places to insert gestures, and then it provides an interface for me to kind of override the default very minimal gesture called a bump, which is this period here, with a more specific one that was previously authored. This tool also allows animating the individual gestures. So for example, well, here's a complete list of them right here. Basic bird, clasped together, dog, bird and dog are nonsense, so I'll take those out. Double forward, generous, magical, MLK Jr. number 1 and number 2. I kind of cribbed an MLK Jr. gesture. Right finger pointing forward for a U type of a statement. You need to do more with your life. You need to, that kind of thing. Triumphant palms. I have great plans for you, M. That kind of thing. So these collection of smaller animations get put together such that they're synchronized into one animation that goes along with a certain line of dialogue. That gets saved to a file which I call a hands file, and I have a little pipeline here. I can go through a number of different wave files and author animations for each one, and you can see the file name changing up here. I'm going to bring over the animation for this line that I just played.
M, you are special. I say that to all my creatures, but truly, you are extra special. I have great plans for you. By the way, how are you feeling?
Okay, so I'm going to bring that animation, which was authored in this tool, into the game proper. I'm going to see the character in the game perform that hand animation in the context of the game. I think that's going to be fun. So that's the end of my demo and my energetic preamble. Watch me as I get much more mellow, as I actually do real, actual, genuine, authentic work. All that energy, what do I even do with it? I'm about to start a programming project here, not a street fighting project. If I was going to go bust up somebody's ass, I'd be in the perfect mood right now. But That's not what I'm doing at all. This is a contemplative activity. This is for logic and thinking and composing one's thoughts. Alright, so the first thing I notice is that I'm going to have to launch this project with a newer version of Unity. I hope that does okay. We'll see. Ooh, do I really want to upgrade it? What if I break it? Just in case I'm about ready to fuck it all to hell, I'm gonna do the equivalent of a save with Git. First, let me make sure I got everything in there for the hands tool, which I've been laboring over for some weeks. So let me just do a git commit of everything for that. Done. That's my git commit. I'm done with it. I know there's probably going to be some little thing that brings me back to it, but I really do feel like it's there's nothing severely missing from it. Okay. Car. Status. This project is about to be upgraded, which means it may stop working. There's no guarantee. Don't like to upgrade projects or Unity more than I have to. Little things along the way end up making me do that. Alright, so everything's committed. I'm ready to open up this other project. Is it going to leave the old one open? I think that is the new behavior of Unity Hub, that you can have multiple projects open. It's loading something. I'm hungry. I came in a little bit late. I had work to do that kept me there a little bit late writing a document, and now I'm off work, but I came in here. I usually stop and have a snack when I get home. Did not stop for a snack because I was so intent on doing the work I'm doing now for the session. It mattered to me. It mattered to me that I might have to take an extra 5 minutes to eat a sandwich instead of writing code. And as a result, I'm sitting here pretty hungry. Now what's going on? Unity, what are you even doing? It's really not being helpful to me. So I'm kind of flipping between the two. You can't see my alt tabbing or command tabbing, but I'm flipping between two different instances of Unity, and each time I do it, nothing happens. Am I actually on? Oh, okay. Now one of the instances of Unity is showing a loading dialog, so I know it is actually trying to re-import my project. So it's doing something. I'm not hung. Hard to tell sometimes if Unity just hung on you or if it's actually trying to do real work that could finish and be successful. Hard to tell. Ironically, this would be a wonderful time to go get a snack of some sort. In fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Nobody's actively watching me right at this very moment. I'm going to go... Oh, no, it's finishing. Okay, no, it's still importing assets. Okay, I'm going to run and get something to eat real quick. It's still going, still going. I got time to finish my burrito without eating it on camera. Okay, now we've got a game. We've got a game. And it's a new version of Unity, so it is worth hit and play and just making sure everything still is working as expected. Try it out. Okay. As usual, the frame rate goes down pretty low right when it starts up. This is a side effect of broadcasting. It tends to get a little more responsive after a tiny bit. Okay, so those are the hands with no animations applied to them other than their rotation, which they always rotate to face the main character, that little red lady down there on the ground, and then they will move closer to her at predefined locations, which are set by me in the level editor. So if the character whose hands those belong to, whose name is God, is speaking, like right here it says, M, you are special. I said that to all my creatures, but you truly are extra special. Then the corresponding audio file would play, and the corresponding hand animation that we just watched would play. And those fingers would move around just like we saw in that utility over there. So that's the part that's going to get hooked up. I'm just doing a little smoke testing because I don't trust upgrading the engine. Maybe I should. They do try to be backwards compatible, but I don't. I do not. Okay. So it's time to move things around between the projects. And hopefully I didn't make it a big sweater thread problem, because I don't want to bring everything over. I also had considered making a library that gets built by the other project, but then I'd have to be jumping between the two projects all the time to build it, and I don't know, it just doesn't seem worth the effort at this point. So what are the things I need to do? I should just kind of plan it out a little bit. Sorry, bear with me. I'm going to run off real quick and just drink something to wash my little snack down my throat, and I'll be right back. Alright. So what do I need to do here? I think I've still got the other project up. Is that true? It is true. So I need the hands prefab to come across. Thinking about that a little bit. I should be able to copy them across, but I admit I've never done that before. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of research. I know how to copy source across. That's really easy. But the other objects, the other assets, Unity, copy prefab from one project to another. Okay. Interesting. Okay. rename my scene. Right. Okay. So, huh. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here I don't actually need. And it's also redundant on the other side. So I want to take a look at what's actually being used and maybe prune it down a little bit. In here. Okay. This is one of those deals where I gotta make a plan before I start doing it. Plan. Delete unused assets from gesture editor project. Okay, then a thing will happen after I do an import. Even if I prune down the original, I'll have like some redundantly defined assets. I can try to delete redundant assets. Add new guided hands to hand stage, which is the thing that controls the god hands in their position. It's in the game already. Okay. So is there a different way to do this? I like to have more than one option. Use Finder. It says explicitly not to use that, but I just put it there just to be creative and open-minded. I mean, if a door is in your way, you could burn it down instead of opening it. Let's see. Okay. The thing that's bugging me a little bit is this step right here. Number 3, delete redundant assets. But basically, after the import, it feels like it's going to be a big mess to hook these things up. Okay. Number 3. Delete Toonie and RR freelance assets from gesture editor, and just make it work. So that would give me independence from those packages, so that when I do the import, there wouldn't be any redundant packages, and it's more likely to just work at that point. So for any of these, I want to put if Unity editor around editor only code. Okay. Number 4. This is probably a terrible way to do it too. I could one, bring over code with copying, with file copying. That's pretty safe and easy and straightforward. Or I could, yeah, I could do that and then recreate the prefabs without importing. So that way, seems like it would definitely work, but it's going to be a pain in the ass, because I did a lot of tweaking on those prefabs. Also, whatever tweaking I do on those prefabs, when I mean tweaking, I mean like I'm doing stuff where I set the specific positions of the fingers, keyframes for them. I wouldn't do it exactly the same way, so that would mean that my animations shown inside of the hand editor wouldn't match those in the game. So this one, I guess, is a non-starter. No, inconsistent results. No, too risky. So these ones I'm junking. Those are bad options. I don't want to do those. Don't want to. I don't expect that to work well. So, thinking about the remaining ways to get the assets, including code, including prefabs. It's either going to be this one or this one. This one is probably slightly easier and has better results if it works. If it doesn't work, then I might move on to this way. I'm going to start with this first, and just see how that goes. And I'm wondering, do I really need to do this one? Delete the unused assets. Yeah. I won't be happy if I'm just like bringing all this crap into the project I don't use. And this is a better place to remove those assets than the in-game project, which has just a lot more code, so it's going to be harder to see if I'm breaking something or not. Okay. So let me go ahead and do like a another git commit, which is like a save point. I can come back to this if I mess something up before deleting unused assets. Okay. So I'll start too many colors because I know that I only use some of the shaders. Let me see. Okay. It's actually easier to see what's in this directory if I could use the Finder. Reveal in Finder. Yeah, do that. Oh yeah. Demo. Usually you don't need demo stuff. Usually. Oh, except that I'm using one of the shaders that's in here. So the comic book material, I think I'm using it. Okay, let me see it. I don't know. You know what? Alright, I'm just going to delete that whole directory and see if I break something. I don't have time to think hard about this. I just don't have time. Or at least I should say I don't think it's an efficient way to use the time. So move it to trash. See what happens. I'll know I've screwed up if there's no longer a nice black outline around these hands. Let me hit play just to make sure it's still there. That's what that particular package is doing. It's adding like a comic book style look with the shader to this. Okay, so that didn't kill it. A little like playing Russian roulette here. Let's see. I shouldn't need documentation. Let's delete that. Okay. Editor. Do I need any of the editor stuff? I'm thinking I don't. Let me just see where that one shader is that's important to me. Okay, so I'm also going to do this. Do a git commit after I did my delete. It's still working. Just like I can keep deleting stuff, and then as soon as it's no longer working, I can revert. So editor, I'm gonna try just deleting it. Move to trash. Move to trash. And then we'll see. Okay. I think it's still good. Gonna hit play to double check. Yep. Okay. So that's fine. Good. Commit. Still good. Okay. I don't know if this is the most well, I mean, it is scientific. I don't know if this is the most deductive way to figure out what's needed. I would like there to be just a simpler way to do it that would just point directly to what I could keep and what I could delete. Get all this stuff. Textures, which go into materials. Scripts. Do I need that? Camera depth. Pause and water. Planner reflection. Runtime utils. Maybe runtime utils. Shader update Unity time. Maybe. Maybe. Let's delete it. See what happens. I don't need the lightweight. I don't think I do. I don't need these readmes. Delete those. Okay, let's see if I broke anything. Waiting for the spinny. There it is. Hit play. Still good. It's like lobotomizing a patient, slowly taking away bits of brain, saying, do you still need that? Do you still need that for the one function that I have for you to perform? Still good. Okay. Smooth meshes. I doubt I need that. Move to trash. Okay, shaders PBS. What we got? Core, main, shadow meta, outline, blended, generated, examples. Oh, this, I think this is it. Default comic book shader. Okay, this is the one that I actually use. This is the one I actually use. Comic book. I'm just going to delete the rest. Let's delete these two. Okay. But I don't understand what files those shaders would, that shader would reference. Let me just try deleting these. Okay, that's a lot of stuff I deleted. I'm going to see if I broke it, if I lobotomized too far. Waiting for the spinny. Do I not get a spinny? Okay, hit play. Still good. Oh man, cutting out so much brain here. Down. Okay, I think there might be a little bit left to cut. Oh, the texture stuff. That's the question. Does the shader use a texture? Well, let's try it. Just move it to the trash. See what happens. That stopped doing an automatic update for some reason. So I hit play. It kind of forces a file system check. Still good. Okay. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I got this whole thing down to just the comic book shader, which is 12K, and then the meta files. So that's great. That means that I can cut down on the amount of time that the in-game spends building, the game spends building this particular asset. So now I'll look at the other one. which is the hands. Let me just do one more git commit because I want to say right before, let's see, this is where Toonie package minimized right before RR freelance, which is the hands package. Okay, so let's see, what was the stuff that I was thinking of deleting? Anything with a scene in it, I know I can delete. Oh, well no, not my, okay, not that one. Prefab scripts, materials, animation. Okay, I can get rid of this scene. I can get rid of this animation stuff. Get rid of this. Materials, I know I'm going to need some of those materials. The mesh. Now the mesh I may not need because I believe it's been imported. I believe it's been imported. Scripts. I think I don't need any scripts. Shaders, I got my own shader. Don't need it. Textures, some of them I will need. I'll get into those. Prefabs. What are these? Let me just see what shape I'm in with all those changes. Lost it. Lost my hands. It needed something I deleted. Man, okay. So let's see. Get status. What if I just say git checkout to go back to my last command? And so then I say git status. Oh, I think I didn't do that right. Well, let me see. Did I do it right? So if I do a git check out, my thought was it should just return me to the last commit and discard my stage stuff, but I think it's not quite that simple with deleting files. So let me look at git history. Git log, I mean. Okay. So go back to this. And I always half remember the commands to do it. I always half remember, and I never have 100% confidence. Git, undo, last command. This is like the sort of responsible way to do it when you're on a team and you want to retain all your history of your mistakes and everything. There's a better way to do it. there's like a kind of a faster way that's appropriate for just a single developer. Yeah, this one. Yeah, it's gonna be like this. Get. I think this is where I want to be. So C is your head. That's where I'm at now. I want to go to B, and I just don't fucking care about the changes I made. I just don't care. I don't want to preserve them nicely. I just want them to be gone. I want to go back to where I was. Okay, let's get log. Should now. Okay. Back to normal. So my method works. It's a little frightening. I do have to do another commit when I come back one to wait a minute. What am I at? What am I at? Okay, get log. What am I looking at? This is weird. Now I'm off in the log? Oh, I switched tabs. That's what it was. Oh, this is kind of nerve-wracking. Okay, get add assets. Try RR freelance delete again. This time I will do something different than I did last time and now fuck it up. I'm pretty sure it was the mesh. So I'm gonna try, let's take out animation, let's take out the scene, let's leave the rest. Move that to the trash. Let's see if you stay or if you go. If the hands stay or they go. What will they do? They stayed. Okay, I was right. It's the mesh. So misc. Oh, I better. Oh, okay. So git commit a. Good. So every time I delete something and it doesn't break the whole damn thing, I do a commit to kind of save my last known good state. Okay. Misc. What does misc have in it? It's got some materials, backdrops, PPPP hands. Yeah, feels like I don't need it. Let's try deleting that. Scripts, I don't think I need it. Okay, let's see if I'm still good or not. Come on, Spinny. Still good. Just pruning down all these third-party packages. It's hard work. But otherwise, I just have to keep on rebuilding them and redistributing all their little extra bits, even the ones I don't need. So I want to get it minimal. Okay. Save that last known good state. Shaders. I don't need the shaders. Move to trash. Okay. So the textures and materials I'll have to think about a little bit. But let me just double check, make sure this is still good, and I'll go down into the. What I can do is I can actually examine the hands to see what specific material they reference. Okay, that's also a good state. Take a look at these hands. These hands. Hand mesh. What is, okay, it's FPS hands white skin material. FPS hands white skin material. So if I go into the materials directory, let's see, this is my material right here, and I don't care about all the other ones. I just know that that's it. I'm pretty sure anyways. I could be wrong. The custom shaders are not being used. Okay, that was a pretty big delete, but let me see if I can delete more. I think I should look at the material itself. Take a look at this project, materials. Okay, here's the material. It's got this guy, which is FPS hands albedo base. There's that. The rest, I think I can delete it. I think I can. I gotta give them credit. There's a large amount of extra textures and stuff in this package, so you could customize the hand quite a bit. RR Freelance. You want to make your own god hands. Okay. Stay with me. Stay with me, don't die. I feel like I should check out the nails too, because I did just notice glancing at it there was some texture specific to nails. So let me double check. Got nails still. I don't want to see like some ugly magenta texture somewhere. Okay. It seems in order. Now that I've deleted so many things, I want to check that the full functionality Works?
M. You are special. I say that to all my creatures, but truly, you are extra special. I have great plans for you. By the way, how are you feeling?
Okay, works.
M.
Oh.
You are...
It works. It works. Okay, what is there anything else in here I want to delete? Probably not. I probably got it whittled down. RR freelance minimized. Okay. Oh, there's the prefabs too. I forgot about those. Let me just check that. No, it's just like a left and a right hand here. I'm just gonna see, like, does it have much? It's 25K. 25K. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with that. That's fine. Okay. So then if I look at the rest of this, there's one main scene. I've got some textures for editor. Did I even use this directory? Oh, I did. Okay. Okay. Let me try, let me do one more thing. So I just don't want to like import a whole bunch of crap into my game project. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to find all of the code that let's cancel that. Cancel. Just stop doing whatever you're trying to do. And stop the debugger. Okay. So I want to find all the editor-only code in here and just enclose it in some conditional compilation. And that's not hard to do. To make sure I get everything, I'm going to bring up every single file I've got and just think about each one for a brief moment. Is this an editor file, editor only file, or is it for gameplay? So let's click navigator. Let's Unity editor. Okay, wave controller. That's definitely Unity editor. What's this? Transform snapshot. Okay. That is correctly set. Okay. God Killer Hands. Yeah. So this namespace is my previous determination on the same question. So if I said God Killer Hands, at least at the time I wrote it, I thought this is a class that the game will need. Whereas if I said God Killer Hands Editor, I had at that moment in time decided that it needed to be editor only. So I'm mostly trusting my previous conclusions here. Might as well delete a few things like that. What's this one? Persistent audio. This one is editor. happen to know that I don't need all of these values or all these functions. I can delete a bunch. But, I mean, this is sort of like a documented module, and there's not that much code in here. I might want to use one of these other smoothing operations. Alright, I'll leave it in. I won't delete the unused functions. Hands file util. Okay, this one's definitely for the game. Same. Same. Okay, well this one is editor only. Gestures editor. Gestures. Yep. Finger controller. Do I need this one? I do. Okay, cool. Okay, let me see what I broke. Well, this can be editor, I suppose. Sure I broke a few things here, but they'll be easy to fix. Okay, take me to an error. Well, clean all. It was complaining about files that used to be in the project that I deleted being missing. It's still doing that. Okay. Well, get with the new reality. It's really irritating. Clean all. Rebuild all. I think I might have to hand edit the assembly file. That's real annoying though. Okay, I'm gonna quit out of here. There, okay. So I left the IDE, I came back into the IDE, and that allowed me to build it successfully. So yeah, that's all built. Let me see, anything else left for me to whittle down before I bring this into my game project? I don't think so. I suppose it would be nice to put these textures into, they're so small though. It's like 4K a piece. 4K, 4K, 5K, yeah, it's like so negligible. Not gonna worry about that. The audio. Okay. I don't want these to be in here, because these, I've moved them to persistent storage. I don't want to re-import them. Okay. So I think that's all good. Let me try this one more time. Make sure it can still play. It's kind of nice to delete a bunch of crap and just be left with a small, minimal project.
You...
Okay, good. And then git commit to save this project minimized. Okay, so then there's a export package. Huh. I thought I was gonna do an export of like all the prefabs and stuff. Oh. Let's do it from up here. Okay, this is better. So it's going to take out it's taking the top level. The only thing that's worrying me now is there's no like kind of container directory. So all these would just kind of drop into the base level of my game project, I assume. And that might be a little bit hard to handle reliably, especially because some of these directories are already present in the game. Let me see if I can fix this by creating like a container directory. Call this God Hands, and inside of God Hands I just put all the other directories. I'm almost certain something will break, but we'll see. I can always revert. Okay, so then do your rebuild. Oh, I might as well like close this because it's going to be extremely confused. Okay, close that. Now, did you rebuild? Did you need to? Hit play. What did I break? Did I break anything? Nope. No comeuppance. No comeuppance. Okay. So then, take God Hands, export. Export a package. This is the first time I've ever done this. I guess I want it to be up a level. let's call this God Hands. Yeah, God Hands. Okay. Got inactive assets. Save it there. That's pretty cool. You know, I have done this before. That's right, because I do have like an asset on the asset store. Cartoon Mumbler, which is just a bunch of audio files. I think I did it this way before. Maybe I didn't, I don't know. Feels like the first time though. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and close this project. Oh my god, it's already 7:40. Okay. Then go into the other project. Let's say that I want to import a package. Custom package. Okay. Let's see, inactive assets. That one. Import them all. Interestingly, it disabled Toonie Colors Pro. To disable RR freelance. I can think of a reason why I would do that. Weird. Okay. I think it found the same files in a pre-existing package and decided that it didn't need to import them again. I was wondering how its logic would work with this. So it's got RR freelance disabled, and it's showing like a whole bunch of files that I deleted. And I'm wondering where these files I deleted are coming from. If it's comparing to these packages, how they're already imported, or if there's some kind of vestigial definition of the manifest that was present in like the meta files or something like that. I think I'm probably going to try it the way it recommended. I think I'm going to do that. Because it's easy enough, if it doesn't work, to do another import in the same package and import in JMO assets and RR freelance, the two third-party bits. So let's try it the default way first. I tell you, this kind of stuff is actually harder for me than just writing code. This is kind of like project administration. No, that's not the right word. It's like it's kind of like build administration. Whoa! Did it replace? Whoa! I'm trying to get a handle on what it just did here, because it's showing hands here that would have came from okay. So I already had like some other hands that were here. I didn't think they would be hooked up in any way to the new code. But after performing the import, it seems like the linkage got set over to the new stuff in a way, on an automatic-ish way that I'm not entirely comfortable with. So what am I looking at? God hand L, God hand R, hands, well, it did make a replacement. It did make a replacement. It's like I was going to do this thing right now that's already done. It's unsettling. Because how would it know to take another instance of something and just simply replace it like that? That's kind of insane. It's either like helping me out a lot or it's just out of control. So what's it pointing at now? It's got the gestures there. So I can set this to maybe bird. I can. There's the bird gesture. Alright. Let me set this out a little ways. I just want to see what happens when I play with this as it is now. Some stuff's going to be messed up. I want to see what's messed up. I just have no idea how it decided to replace an existing prefab with another one that I imported. I just want to know how it just made that decision for me. It's just not making me feel good right away. It also seems like I lost some other scripts that were part of the old prefab that were actually useful. Well, I mean, the scripts are still there, but okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's bizarre. Okay. So I think I'm gonna stick with my original session goal, which is it was much simpler than what I need to do. It was, I want to see one of the animations that I authored inside of the hand animation tool playing inside of the game. And that was my Mr. Meeseek's goal for the session. Let me get that to work. It being 7:47 right now. I want to just get that to work. That will end the session if I can do that. That on its own might take me like a half hour or something like that. Okay, so thinking about it, I've got hand controller. Got this gesture script which I can just remove. Remove that component. Okay, and then what else do I need? What else do I need? I need the hands file and the audio file inside of the right persistent storage place. So I can just take this hands file and this waves. Well, don't take the waves. Take the hands file. Copy this over. Okay, take the waves. Copy it over. Take out the Archies. That's from a different game. Okay, now I'm trying to remember. Trying to remember. Code that I used to initiate this. So let me go back over here. Let's open up hands controller. Oh, I had Wave Controller playing it. Which is not the best controller of all this stuff. Yeah, I should have refactored that out. Let me see. What's update? So I have to have the hands animation loaded. And once I do, I can pass that into the hands controller at a certain time that... Okay, got it. So... let me go to the main game code. So I could load an animation into the hand. Oh, this is the script that is missing. I kind of need both of these scripts. Okay. Okay, so if I just take this guy and I add hands. Okay, I'll do that. That may get me back in my rotation. Okay. Do I want to use this to load the animation? I don't think I do. I'm in a naming mess here because there's a lot of redundant types of files. I think I want hands controller to be able to have its own animation loaded or set. Is that true? Is that true? Okay, this is the thing where I keep going back and forth on what I want to do, so that means I need to write out a quick little plan for how to do it. Yeah, I'll do it in the code. So, hands controller. Write out my little plan, mini plan time. So, number one. First way of doing it. I may only need just one. Load hands file to load hands file with hands file util. Hands file util. That controls all that loading and deserializing. But who is loading the hands file? What code is loading that? I think I want hands to be doing it. So hands. Load animation. What am I passing to it? I'm passing. Don't get too fancy on this. You got to think that through later on. Just for now, there'll be a single load animation thing that's going to load that one file. Okay, it's going to be hard coded to the one file for now. Okay, once that's loaded, load to hand animation member. Animation member, which will be a gesture. Okay, then on, let's see, update. Update will, in addition to the stuff it normally does, ... it will call hands controller, set hands to gesture, blah blah blah. Okay, but animation, and then I need to know the amount of time elapsed though, since the thing is playing. Okay. Let's see. So I can just, for now, I can say do like start animation, and then set start time. Okay. And if I have this animation start time, then that means that I can see elapsed time, which is just going to be current time minus animation start time. Okay. I think this is it. I think this is it right here. And all of it's inside of hands. I just want to see it all working. Or I want to see some of it working, the new part working. And then Mr. Meeseeks can die. If you are not familiar with that reference, it's Rick and Morty. I think everyone is too familiar with Rick and Morty references at this point. Okay, so then to do using what? Why would I not be able to use that? Why would I not be able to? Is this gonna be the hard part? Because I hate this shit. Clean all. Why would I not be able to reference it? Oh, god damn it. This stuff I hate the most. It always takes me forever. I know it's correct here. It's just it's gonna be some kind of like project definition type thing. God damn it. It's all in the same directory. You're able to build the assets. Why would you not just... Oh, God. Fuck, I hate this shit. Alright. Let's fix it last time. It's kind of a lowbrow idea, but I'll just try reopening the IDE again. It's really annoying. I hate these problems. Maybe I need to not open that one. No, let me see. So I've got all the CS stuff in here. So that's working fine. Okay. Hands. Just clean and rebuild. Please work. No, it's not working. Alright, well, you built it. You built it. It's all there. The code is there. Why can I not reference it? if I'm in this directory, I can reference it. Okay, I've got another idea. So I could close out of here. I could make sure I do this in the right place. Okay, I can take the CS here, rename it. God hands. And move it over to my other CS directory for the main game. I'll just rename it a little bit better. Hands. Maybe I'll take these other ones that are also related to hands, move them over. It's meta files I can delete. That was a little bit cavalier. Okay. So then, what happens now? Will it be successful? And just simply compiling after I move things around like a rambunctious toddler. Okay, it was successful. In building, any console warnings, or no, I got plenty of warnings. Errors. God killer gestures. Oh. Just to keep it from complaining about that, I'll add a gestures directory, I guess. Okay. Clear all that. Okay, so then what I would like to know, will this all build from over here successfully? Let's go to hands. Let's go to hands. Waiting for you to open up in the IDE. Okay. So now let's clean. Come on. It's just deleting files. Rebuild all. That builds. That's fine. So then I go to hands, and then now I'm going to try it again. I'm going to try using, God, there it is. Okay. Okay. It's not my favorite solution, but it did get me the namespace I wanted. Okay, so now I like totally lost track. What was I doing? Hands controller. Is that where I put that little mini design? I put it someplace. Was it wave controller? No. Was it hands? Yes, I think it was hands. There it is. Okay. So I want add a couple new members. Okay. Start animation. I'll just load it. I'll just load it right here. Hands file util. Load. And there's a name for it. I won't get it exactly right by memory, so I better go get the file name directly. Then to pass in param. Okay. So then, okay, this is going to load hands. Let's equals that. Hand animation equals hands. Let's see. Equals new gesture. Events come from here. No. Events. Okay. And yeah, the other stuff I don't think I need. Just events. Okay, so the events, those are the keyframes for drawing the hand. And that do it. Okay. Then we say animation start time equals right now. Right now. Right now. Yeah. Okay. Home stretch, I think. Here's all the code for spinning, moving, rotating. Last of all, update the hands, the fingers, gestures, all that. Okay, so let's say if the hand animation not equal to null, then elapsed time, elapsed since start, time, elapsed since start equals time minus animation start time, and do animation elapsed. Oh, I also got to set this hands controller. So this is going to be, let's just kind of group these together. Okay, so this is going to be hand controller. I need to give it a more distinct name at some point. Equals nothing yet. I'll have this get set inside of the start animation. So say if hand controller equals null, let's set it. Let's set it with a call. Oh, stop it. Stop it. You don't need to load something. Okay. Hands controller equals game object. Get component. Hands controller. Okay, I should do that. This is now compilable. What am I missing? The call to start animation. I will make it start when? I'll make it start. Let's see. What about like whenever this thing moves to a new hand stage? Okay, so what am I saying here? So if the current hand stage is not null, find the closest hand stage on the current hand stage and its neighbors. If the neighbor's not null, I'll add an extra condition here. And hand stage not equal neighbor. Stage equal neighbor, start animation. Okay. Pass and param, decouple, loading. Okay. Let's build all that. Let's see if it builds even. Could work right away, probably won't. Waiting for the build, waiting for the build, waiting for the build. Very likely it will not work right away. I turn off that maximize on play so I can see what's going on in the console window. God, this build got spoiled when I was off in the utility project. It would not take so long. Okay. Okay, it doesn't look like code's executing there. Let's look at console. Okay, no errors. No errors, just... Okay. Okay, we've got like a bunch of scripts that kind of foobar right now. So, I don't want to fix every single problem right now. I just want to see that animation play. God damn, that takes forever. Okay. So these are the hands. Hands controller. Okay, this is like, even though I added it, it's not working. So let me add the hand script back in. Well, that was gestures? Oh, I didn't mean to add gestures. Okay. Hands. Now you should add. Huh, okay. So, let me make this a little bit simpler. Let's have start animation play once at start. Okay. Private wood start. Start animation. That's it. I just want to see that go. Ignoring all kinds of problems because I'm just at the end of my Mr. Meeseek's life here, and everything else can be fixed all in good time. It's spinning, I like that. And spinning back how I had it before. Okay. Not getting the gesture though. There's one error. Some kind of problem in deserialization. I don't like that because I made no changes to the serialization format. None. I'm on the same version of Unity in both places. Alright. Close that. Start the debugger. Okay, file path. Is it reading the bytes? Bytes. Yes, it read the bytes. Here's where it's probably going to fail. Here's where it's probably going to fail. But, oh, it's annoying. Because I made no changes to the format. Made no changes to the file. It's the same fucking version of Unity. I don't know, it's made me feel like I shouldn't have used the built-in serialization. I should have written my own file format because it's just failing on me. I didn't do anything special. Load, binary format, or deserialize. Okay, let me just see if anybody else in the world has had this problem before with relevant knowledge shared. Come on. Okay. Binary formatter, deserialize. Object manager. Found an invalid number of fix-ups. Did I change the class's namespace? I thought I had not. Does seem kind of related. I didn't actually change the namespace, but I did move all of those files to a different project, and maybe internally the namespace or something else that goes into the binary serialization is expressed differently. But if that's true, then that's not a very useful implementation of serialization for me. It would seem to prevent me from transferring any data from one project to another. So, I hate to say this, but I am not going to get the thing I want done in this session. And the reason is I just hit a problem. I know a solution to it, but I can't keep going. I cannot keep going. I cannot keep going in the mental state that I'm at and try to tackle a kind of a larger problem because it needs more juice than I've got right now to do well. So I'm going to admit defeat on this one for tonight. I think there still was progress made. So if I'm using my progress every day standard, I did make progress. If I'm using the Mr. Meeseek standard, I had not finished the task I set out for myself for the session. But thankfully, I am more committed to the first thing and not the second. And there was actually a lot that I got done today. So I'm going to stop the stream. Thanks for everyone who joined me. I appreciate that. Even if you're quiet, I still like it. Stop in the stream, stop in the stream, stop in the stream, stop in the stream.